No intro today. I am at a loss of words right now. The Milwaukee Bucks have traded for Damian Lillard with the Portland Trailblazers and have fleeced the Portland Trailblazers, to say the least. So the Miami Heat lost out on yet another superstar who selected Miami as one of the teams that they wanted to go to. But in this freaking instance, Damian Lillard only selected Miami. So this one hurts by far the most. The Heat have been waiting for many seasons for a player to only want to play for the Miami Heat. We've lost out on Donovan Mitchell, who wanted to play for the Heat amongst other teams. We lost out on KD, who wanted to play for the Heat and the Suns. Ultimately, obviously, he went to the Suns. We've missed out on players. If we go back even further, thank God we missed out on some of these goddamn players. But like Gordon Hayward is someone that we missed out on. There's been tons of players linked and wanting to play to the Miami with the Miami Heat, and we have not been able to acquire those players. But this one hurts. This one stings the most. It's been 2.5 fucking months, and Miami would not play hardball with Portland, and I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Like, does Joe Cronin really hate the Miami Heat that much? Where he did not want to even negotiate. All the reports must have been true. A lot of the reports were obviously bullshit out there, but it must have been true that they weren't willing to engage with the Miami Heat. And if the Miami Heat were not willing to offer more than what the hell the freaking Trailblazers got from the fucking Bucks, then I'm going to be so livid at Pat Riley, at Andy Ellsberg, the entire front office, Mickey. Like, what a freaking joke. Like, I was more upset just like looking at what Portland received for Damian Lillard. And honestly, like if the Heat fumbled this, then they're a joke. Honestly, if they were not able to acquire Damian Lillard because of a weak package that was maybe only slightly better than what the hell the Portland Trailblazers received, then that's our fault. But I'm just praying and hoping that it was just a stubborn piece of shit, spiteful Joe Cronin who simply did not want to deal with the Miami Heat. And I don't know what his beef was. Was it with Dame that specifically he was so upset that Dame picked only one team that he said, I am definitively not going to trade you to that team, even if it means a worse offer, which would be pretty much hypocritical and the complete opposite of what he was saying all off season, where the Heat are not offering enough. He wants to get the best package. He wants to wait months and do all that bullshit due diligence until he gets the best offer possible. And what did he fucking get? Like, dude, Cronin's going to get fired if this is all based on spite because the Portland Trailblazers received Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Tumani Kamara. I don't know who the fuck that is. Milwaukee's 2029 unprotected first round draft pick. And that's pretty much it. And the Suns got Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. Even the fucking Suns now got the depth that they needed just for Aiton, who was disgruntled, who didn't fit in their system, who, quite frankly, is not a real hooper, who freaking quit and gave up and didn't even go when his number was called into a playoff game. So that guy's a freaking joke anyway. They added Bradley Beal, which I don't even want to freaking get into right now at this freaking point. Because again, another player that we missed out on this offseason because we thought we can get Damian Lillard or other pieces. But that's another story right there. Missing out on someone who had a no trade clause, who freaking basically only wanted to go to Miami, who's been linked to Miami for years. So pissed off about that too. But now the Suns are even better. And the Suns were going to facilitate a 3-team, 4-team trade if Miami was going to be involved anyway. The whole idea was Caleb Martin and Nurkic were going to go to the Suns, and Portland was still going to get Ayton. But now the Suns are even further bolstered now and have that depth that they so desperately needed now with their superstar team and big three. Portland has dog shit, like literally got fleeced. And Milwaukee's the biggest winner ultimately now, getting Damian Lillard paired up with Giannis. Giannis is one of the best two players in the NBA. And if not, he's going to be the best player in the NBA for the next 2 to 3 years. I don't give a shit that you lose Drew Holiday's defense, like, and Dame's a liability. I don't give a shit. Drew Holiday couldn't score 33 points per game. He can't shoot from half court. What did Jimmy Butler do? Who's not one of even the best offensive players in the NBA, who could barely shoot threes. I mean, I guess when it comes to the playoff time. Playoff Jimmy can hit some threes, but still not efficiently. Jimmy Butler freaking roasted Drew Holiday in the playoffs. He was talking shit to him when they were down 10 in that game 3 at home before he freaking put up 56 fucking points. Like, unreal, dude. Like, I'm just flabbergasted. Literally, Drew Holiday is not on their timeline, and they're going to try to trade him now. Like, he's 33 years old. He's on a bad contract. So all they basically got was DeAndre Ayton and 1 first-round pick. One. What do they say to Shams and Woj, all that shit back in the summer 2 months ago? They want 4 first-round picks, 3 to 4 first-round picks, 2 good players, and or 2 young players and a ready now player, perhaps an expiring contract. They got none of that. They got 1 fucking pick. Doesn't make sense. Honestly, before I was going to blast the Miami Heat for this, which I still am pissed off, um, because they're so willing not to be desperate and run it back because of that freaking run we made last year, that I think was spectacular. But also, there's no guarantee that that can happen again. There were some lucky breaks, like Giannis getting hurt, honestly, and missing 2 games and being like gimpy that third game. But there's no guarantee that we can get back even to the finals with what we have. We don't have the same team. And so we have new additions that need to integrate into our system, and we don't know if they're going to be the right fits. But there was a freaking article that came out a couple days ago from Mark Spears that said the Heat were willing to offer Tyler Hero, which obviously we know they didn't want, because their backcourt is obviously crowded with their young talent, and 2 first-round picks. That's what was included. I want to know what the hell that final offer was, because honestly, even if we gave them Tyler Hero, 2 first-round picks is better than 1. Tyler Hero is 23 years old, and they can control his contract. And I'm sure they could have added in like a Jovic or a Hawkes or even a Caleb Martin as part of that package. We don't even know what their definitive offer was, but whatever it was, it had to have been better than this, because they could have got DeAndre Ayton, like I said, if they included Caleb Martin and traded him with Nurkic to the Suns. So I'm just hoping, honestly, at this point, that it was just Cronin had some freaking V for vendetta against the Miami Heat. Like, I don't understand this shit. Shouldn't Portland and Miami have a freaking good relationship? Eric Spoelstra's dad was like an exec for the Portland Trailblazers for like 20 something years. Eric Spoelstra went to Portland State. He grew up there. He loved Portland. He wanted to potentially play there. I don't even understand, dude. Like, this is just unreal, man. What a shit offer. Like, talk about pennies on the dollar. Like, we could have gave him a nickel. We could have gave him like 10 cents, dude. Like, I'm just so upset right now. I can't even fucking imagine this team next season going into that next year. Tyler Hero, who's been on multiple trade rumors for like the last 4 years. Like, he must be freaking frustrated. Like, on his IG and Twitter and social media, he kept like putting out all these like subliminal message, like subconscious messages, just like talking shit, basically removing the Heat from his social media handles. Like, ugh. I can understand if he's frustrated, obviously, for being in rumors, but like, I don't understand what Miami's thinking, dude. They like screwed Jimmy Butler over, man. Like, what are we going to be, like a 6th seed next year at best, 5th seed? Like, if we perform extremely well, like, we're 1 injury away from fucking being a playing team, and not even a playing team. If Bam gets hurt or Jimmy gets hurt, we're done. It's over. If Tyler gets hurt, it's over again. Like, we're not good enough, obviously. Jimmy needs help. Like, he is getting older. He cannot put the team on his back, and the Miami Heat potentially screwed him over. Or Joe Cronin, out of spite, screwed Jimmy Butler over. He needed Damian Lillard. We needed that third piece. He would have fit in perfectly. But kudos to the Bucks, who came in the freaking 11th hour and stole Giannis. Like, I would have been less pissed if he went to the Raptors, because at least the Raptors were rumored to be involved and were a part of conversations. And also, they would have been like a 5, 6 seed, I think, with Damian Lillard. So it wouldn't have been a big deal. But now Milwaukee is obviously the favorite in the East. They've been the number 1 seed for the last few years. And now you're adding Damian Lillard to that team with keeping Middleton, even though he's been injured the last few years, but you got him, Middleton, and Giannis, and you still have Brook Lopez, like, you still have Bobby Portis. Like, are you freaking kidding me, man? It's over. Like Giannis is going to be the MVP the next 2 years. Like his life is going to be so much easier with someone that has the gravity that Damian Lillard has, man. Like that is such a good duo. This is the best duo in the NBA. Lillard has never played with a superstar, and this is Giannis's best teammate ever. And he's already won a championship, and he's been unlucky with some injuries over the past couple of years. I don't know what to say, man. Like if Cronin wasn't being spiteful, then I don't know. Was Pat at the sleeping at the wheel again, dude? This was his last chance, his last hurrah. Like, what the fuck was the Miami Heat front office doing? Like, what is that offer? I need to see that offer. And how is an offer of 2 to 3 first round picks, a Jaime Jaquez or a Jovic, a Caleb Martin and a Kyle Lowry not better than this? Like, literally, Portland got fleeced big time. I can't believe it. The Bucks literally owned the Miami Heat and the Portland Trailblazers and have won this fucking trade. Like, this is unbelievable, dude. Like, Kyle Lowry is our starting point guard potentially. If he's not our starting point guard, he's the only point guard that is on our roster. A 37-year-old fat meatball who's injury prone, who's inconsistent, who flops like a freaking fish out of water. Like, he's the only option we have right now. Tyler Hero is going to be our starting point guard next year. Let that sink in. Now that we don't have Damian Lillard, Tyler freaking Hero and Josh Richardson is our backcourt now. What are we going to do? Kelly Oubre Jr. signed with another team. Christian Wood signed with another team. Who is left? Like, are we going to sign 33-year-old Ish Smith? Austin Rivers, I made a video about that crap signing. Like, what is that going to do, honestly? Like, we're so freaking screwed, dude. Like, I'm so pissed and sad for Jimmy Butler, man. We owed it to him to build a team around him, and we've done nothing. We've freaking brought Josh Richardson and freaking Thomas Bryant. That's the thank you, Jimmy, for taking us to the finals twice and to the Eastern Conference Finals. Thank you so fucking much, Jimmy. Like, I don't know how we didn't empty the clip. I don't know how we didn't empty the clip, how we were stubborn, and we should have understood that once it got to this point this week where other teams started getting involved, once we got closer to training camp, once the freaking Portland Trailblazers said that we are willing to trade him and have to trade him before media day, this is where you come in with a better offer. Like, the fact that like stupid people in the comments basically were saying we can't trade Jovic, we can't trade Hawkins, we can't trade Caleb. Like, they're fucking role players. They're rookies. They're unproven. Like, are you freaking kidding me? You're gonna freaking pitch Jovic? Like, let's see how much of a jump in a leap he's gonna make this fucking year. A 20-year-old. Are you kidding me? Who played 15 games last year? Like, is he gonna become like his brother Jokic? Is he gonna be MVP in like 2 years? Like, are you freaking kidding me? Jaime Jaquez, a 22-year-old like rookie who's like the 20 something pick, like these late first rounders. Like, you think he's going to make a huge impact? It's possible, but no, they're not going to make the same impact a superstar would have made for this team. This is just one of the worst days in Miami Heat franchise history. Like, we couldn't even get Bradley Beal. Yeah, I know we could have gone into the second apron with his contract. It's a bad contract, but he's 29 years old. He's been hurt here and there the last few years. I understand that too. But he was coming last year, he averaged 22 points, but like the year before that and that, he averaged 30 points per game. And he got traded for nothing, like 5 second round picks. Like, we totally have shit the bed this offseason. Like, if we don't get Drew Holiday as a consolation prize, I'm going to be so fucking pissed. What is Drew Holiday's market if Damian Lillard got Drew Holiday and Tsunami, fucking Toucan Sam, Kamara, whoever the hell he is, and one pick? Like, the Miami Heat better get Drew Holiday. This will be the best consolation prize. I'd be still pissed, but oh man, if we can pivot to Drew Holiday and add him in as our starting point guard with Jimmy and Bam, okay, then I'll be a little bit happy. And then if it leaks that Joe Cronin was just a piece of shit, spiteful asshole who's going to get fired soon and just didn't want to do business with Miami no matter what, that's not our fault. What can we do about that? So that better be the silver lining, is that Joe Cronin is just an idiot. And so I want to comment too on the fact that all these freaking Portland Trailblazers fans who were annoying, but also I had empathy for you guys. Like, it sucks that your franchise player wanted to leave, requested a trade after 11 years. And in my comments, you guys were like, talking about, okay, the Miami Heat better offer 4 picks, both Jovic and Hawkes, also Kyle Lowry, also Tyler Herro to another team, also Caleb Martin, blah, 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 blah. Like, you guys are delusional if you think we're going to trade you Damian Lillard without all that shit. Look what you freaking got. Unless Drew Holiday gets you, for some reason, 2 first round picks and 2 young, valuable assets, then you guys got fleeced, like hardcore. You were talking shit on the offer that Miami could have put together. We don't know the final offer. I need to find out what that is. That's the biggest thing. But all these videos on Damian Lillard coming to the Heat, oh my god, what a waste! Like the excitement for the potential of pairing Dame with his supposed best friend Bam and Jimmy would have been spectacular. And also for all those bullshit rumors that Damian Lillard would request a new trade if he gets traded to another team. Yeah, if he got traded to the freaking Orlando Magic or the Indiana Pacers or maybe the Toronto Raptors even, or a worse scenario. But what did he say on Twitter? Um, the casuals won't be addressed, but the Trailblazers fans in the city of Portland that I love truly will be, and they will be addressed truthfully. Stay tuned. Excited for my next chapter at Bucks. Does that sound like a guy who's going to request a trade? Now that he's going to be playing with the Finals MVP and MVP Giannis. Giannis is going to freaking dominate. The Greek Freak is, mark my words, he's the MVP next year. The Bucks. It's the Bucks and Nuggets and Suns now at this point. If the Suns can integrate Bradley Beal, we'll see if that works. I don't really have faith in that, honestly. But they added some decent pieces in Yusuf Nurkic, who could spread the floor. He's not the best defender, but he's a better shooter than DeAndre Ayton. And they got Grayson Allen, who's an annoying pest, who could spread the floor. Nasir Little, he's 23, 24 years old still, could be a 3-and-D guy. I can't believe this. I honestly can't believe this, man. We got fleeced. We suck. We suck again. I feel like this is like the water boy where Rob Schneider's like, we just lost the water boy, basically. And it's like, oh no, we suck again. We freaking suck again. We can't win with this team, but we better get Drew Holiday. That's all I got to say. The only reason why I'm not freaking out and going insane right now is because I need to know what that final offer was, what that package was from the Miami Heat. Once that's reported, then it's going to be known whether Joe Cronin was just Dr. Evil, freaking bald piece of crap, and just had it out for Miami and Dame Lillard. And who knows? I mean, who knows if the Miami Heat were sleeping at the wheel or not? But that's all I have for you guys. I'm sad. Peace out.